and he picked it up and just started messing around, and out of nowhere he just went do 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 do, and I was like, that's a hook. Record that right now.
Hello world, Wednesday 13 here.
Hey, this is Tom Stain.
Hello everybody, I'm Ronnie LeDrew.
Yes, my friends, my name's Jon Mahon.
What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, nays and nems, this week we bring you a very special guest joining us for the third time. This week's guest is a radio host, a DJ, a presenter, and a damn handsome son of a bitch. Here to talk all about his upcoming tour with Bowling for Soup and his upcoming and first ever single, You Got This, available Feb 4th, and so much more. Put your hands together, shout, yes, my friends, as we bring you the Chronicles of Jon Mahon 2.
Oh, fucking intro. Oh my god. I need, like, you probably get this all the time. Like, I need that for when I come out on stage for a DJ set, because holy shit, that is the trumpet blowing that I've never had.
the amount of bands that have said, can you introduce us on stage?
Yeah.
I need a side business going. I really do.
Dude, is it Bruce Buffer who does it for the boxing? Yes. It's like that guy needs to move aside, man. There's a new goat in town.
I'll get myself on Fiverr for hosting events. Like, let's go.
I think they're 4 or 5. I was going to say, definitely up that.
Oh, boys, thank you for having me back, man. I really, really appreciate it. Every time I see your face, it makes my day.
Oh, mate, right back at you. It's so lovely to see you as well. It's always good to hang up and catch up and hang out, should I say. That was the wrong way around. It's because my questions are running around in my head and I'm just like falling over my words. John, before we get started, how the fuck are you, man?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Yeah, it's just like in typical me fashion, right? I went, cool. I want to do some press for this track, and like a big thing for me was, I was like, you know, as cool as it would be to get, you know, like Kerrangs and Roxanne's writing about it, that's cool. But like, I really wanted to do a whole run where I talk to the ones who are doing it independently, because that's what I am. I'm an independent journalist. As much as I do the show on Kerrang, like the Jon Mahon show is an independent show, like run off my own back. And I wanted to do a whole run of interviews with people who are doing that as well. Yeah. And stupidly, I was like, yeah, I'll do them on the same day that I'm releasing the track. And I actually booked one of the interviews in at 6 p.m. when I'd booked in the announcement for the track. So, now I understand why artists have PRs. Like, it makes so much sense. Because idiots like me are going, yeah, let's do 3 things at the same time that all require me to be on my phone.
The fact you messaged me saying, like, can we push it back to 7:30? I was like, well, push it back to the time we already agreed.
Yeah, because on my schedule, I had it down for 7. Again, another reason why bands have PRs. Because it's like, hey, idiot, click on this link at this time. It's like, yeah, okay, thanks, boss.
But dude, you've been like, before we get into the single, you've been fucking busy doing so much shit over the last couple of years. You've been to Vegas for When We Were Young Festival, and you went for the Massive Dance Festival as well. You got to go to fucking AEW All In, might I add, and interview the greatest wrestler and my hero in Bryan Danielson, which is, I watched clips of earlier and was like, fucking bastard. You're about to go on tour with Bowling for Soup, of all bands. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you've been to Bloodstock, you went to Bloodfest, you've just been running and you've been fucking everywhere doing so much shit, and I'm really proud of you, man. Thank you, just with everything that's going on, like, it's just so deserved.
That means the world, man. That really, really, really does mean the world, man. And I'm grateful for it, dude. Like, I watch the Pat McAfee show all the time, and he's got a phrase which is dumbest life of all time. Life of all time. And it's like, that's how I feel on so many occasions, where it's like, yeah, like someone like me wasn't meant to be doing this shit, and somehow I've fallen into doing it, and it's stupid, it's dumb. I don't know how I keep ending up doing all this cool stuff, but there isn't a day that I'm not grateful for it, man. It genuinely is something that I'll never take for granted. And you know, like we've been there in guest areas at festivals talking about the trials and tribulations of it, and saying, you know, how much it's getting us and bringing us down. But then, like, you know, as much as it can get to you and it can grind on you, and you need to also be acknowledging of that side. Like the upsides are pretty big. So you got to remind yourself just how many people would love to be in those positions. And yeah, it's something that I'm definitely never going to take for granted.
The thing is, though, like, if we go back to when we first met in person, 2023, I've never seen anyone work so fucking hard. The reason always happened is because you busted your ass and you deserve it, quite frankly.
Thank you, man. That's
like,
very
we were
kind of you to
worried
say.
about you that weekend. Like, and that was just one weekend.
Yeah, that if my mind serves me correctly, that 23 year was the year where I was doing interviews for the Jon Mahon show with Ollie from Forever Loud, and then I had a face down DJ set booked on the Friday, and my stupid plan, was to leave Cheltenham, get on a train, go to London, do the DJ set, in which I was also doing an after party set, which finished at 6 a.m. Then get back on a train to get back to Cheltenham.
Yeah.
My plan was to sleep on the train. I don't think I slept on that train. And then I did a full day of press, and then I did a silent disco DJ set that evening. And like I was awake for like touching like 50 hours.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I think he posted a photo of you coming out of your tent at about 1 afternoon, and there was just nobody there.
Yep.
That was
Phenomenal.
But that weekend also did give me one of my favourite memories of my entire life, with us three and Ollie doing that interview in the fucking torrential rain. Oh,
dude, like whenever I'm having like a really shit day, I will go back to that clip and just like the pitch of all four of our laughter like is something that is just such a moment in time that like every time I see it, it just puts such a smile on my face. So yeah, like honestly, like one of my favorite bits of content that I've ever been a part of creating.
It's so funny. Like if I'm ever feeling low, I just have to think back to you shouting, "There's water going in my ass crack," and it make my day feels better.
And then Tom doing the gentleman's check for me, like reaching back, he's like, can confirm. It looks like he's pissed himself from the back.
Oh God, that was fantastic.
So much fucking fun. But obviously, I wanted to double check as well, because I bumped into you after that when you did Misery Business at the Devil's Dog.
Yeah.
One hell of a fucking... What happened to that? Obviously, I know Devil's Dog's gone. Is there plans to do anything like that again?
Okay, so like I gave running a club night a go with one of my really good friends, Curtis, and it was called Not Safe for Work. We really enjoyed it, but it is hard. Like it is hard running an alt club night. And we were doing it like what? Pre-pandemic. We're talking like 2017, 2018, and it was hard then. It is even harder now. Like we had 1,500 nightclubs in the country pre-pandemic. Now we're down to 400. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What the wow.
Yeah, like we are average. Like the average is something like we're losing like 3 a week. Like that's how bad it is. And then like that's just nightclubs. Like that doesn't include like straight up music venues. And like the Devil's Dog, was trying to do a bit of both. It was trying to do a bit of club night, bit of music venue. And the geezer who ran it had never run a venue before in his life, and that was a big problem. So he didn't have any experience in all that kind of side of things, and their business model to begin with like wasn't the greatest. They wanted to be like pure like a hardcore kind of venue, and well, out of all the scenes that you could have chosen in the alternative music scene, why would you choose the straight edgiest of them to try and get down to a bar?
Yeah,
the flaws were there to begin with, and yeah, like. I came on board and my plan basically was, right, let's create 3 club brands. Pop punky one, which was Misery Business. We were going to do, well, actually, we did do the metal one. It's called Hellraiser, and that was the one where we got While She Sleeps down for a guest DJ set. And then the third one was I wanted to create a power ballad themed club night for Birmingham, and it was going to be called Bat Out of Brum, and we never got to fucking launch it. Like the play on words alone of having Bat Out of Brum with the Aussie tie-in as well. Whoa! It was, and we never even got that one off the fucking ground because the venue closed before we had time to.
Fuck, I would have been there every week. I would have left the kid on her own.
Yeah.
I would have been there, mate. Fucking power ballad night. That's got me written all over it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, it was a shame about the Devil's Dog. It had a lot of potential, but unfortunately, it's one of those situations where like you can take the horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. And I was just like, same stuff. Like, just give me a calendar, give me access to your calendar, let me book some stuff in. And the dude didn't want to, like, wanted to keep it very much like his business in-house, which is cool. But also the venue's been stripped of everything and closed down. So
Shame, really. It really is.
Yeah,
'Cause,
man.
yeah, that was such a good night. But dancing to Bring Me the Horizon with my daughter's teacher, because she was there, was weird, but I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
And that's what I want my nights to be.
Yeah.
Weird.
She walked past and she was like, I was like, this is fucking weird. Like, you teach my daughter in year 2. This is fucking weird.
Well,
Yeah, if, you,
Go on, John.
if you don't leave one of my nights going like, what the fuck happened last night, then I've not done my job.
Exactly. I forgot to mention the biggest download DJ set ever with you doing with playing Cody Rhodes Kingdom to his theme song, and that iconic moment of you shirtless, of course, it's you. With your face to the camera and obviously the crowd behind you doing the whoa that must have I actually can't describe that moment as it must have been unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Like, so in my head, I didn't envisage it ever going that well because, like, I know there's a big wrestling rock music crossover, but cast your mind back to that weekend. It was Clash in the Castle in Scotland.
It was.
So it's like, if you were a rock music wrestling fan, you basically had to make a real tough business decision. Do I go to download or do I go to Clash at the Castle? And because of that, I was like, are there going to be as many wrestling fans here this year? Because you've got a painful choice to make. And it came to a moment in the set, and I was like, I will know if this tune is going to go down well based off how loud I hear adrenaline.
Yes.
And like, I was like, if that adrenaline rips, it's money. Like, we're good. And yeah, as soon as the song kicked in and just that adrenaline hit, and like it almost deafened me, I was like, oh, we've got it on the woes. And yeah, man, like, and the comments of that video floor me because it's like, I think one of the most liked ones, it's got like 400 likes. It's just like, all right, Bret Hart, chill out.
Well, you weren't there, mate. Jealous little fuck. Yeah. But still, that's phenomenal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a moment. That was, and I'm not like I like getting the opportunity to like play wrestling theme music in that DJ set like was pretty stupid. And yeah, there was 3 Cody references in the set. There was I opened the set with like my intro to the set was Cody doing the undesirable to undeniable promo. Nice. So that was the first Easter egg. And then my first track was Alkaline by Sleep Token. And I've got this stupid gimmick where, like, the first lyric in that is, oh, let's talk about chemistry.
Yeah.
In inspiration from Cody, I go, so what do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
There's a lot of American Nightmare shout outs in that set.
Obviously, you said somewhere on social media that was the best DJ set of your life, and the footage, because you uploaded it to your YouTube, like, it's fucking incredible.
Yeah, really stand by it. Like I was saying to someone earlier, that set for me, like, I DJ download in previous years, and like I'd done it with a club night. Well, actually, every time I've been there before, I've been doing it with a club night, and the time before that, it was like half an hour. Like tagged on to the end of like this club night set, and it was fun. Day one, I was very, very grateful to be up there. But this is my first time like being billed as me as a DJ and like a proper me set. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I had one of me. Was it the year before? Was it the year before? Year before that? When it was in the car park, like that year. Like I was billed as me that year. But I was a very like late addition to it, and it was kind of like manic putting it all together. Whereas like last year, everything like fell into place. Like I got to like announce it properly, promote it properly, and like loads of people who have never seen me DJ before turned up, and like I was really grateful for that. And then the whole set was basically like a load of mashups that I've been making either in the lead up or some of them, like one of the mashups that I made like 8 years ago. It was like one of the first mashups like I made like in a workspace. It was Teenagers by Mike M over the top of Levels by Avicii. And like playing the first ever mix that I learned as a DJ, which is This Ain't a Scene by Fall Out Boy, into Bangarang, into Everywhere I Go by Hollywood and Dead. Like when I first started beat matching and like learning how to mix, that was the first mix that I like ever learned. Like the first one like was Bangarang into Everywhere I Go, and that was the first transition that I ever made. And like the humbling thing about that was like when I started playing that one in clubs, the amount of alt DJs were like, I've never heard someone mix these 2 tunes together, but like you look at it and it's like they're the same key and the same BPM. So it's like, I don't know how like no one had found that pairing before, but yeah, that almost became like a calling card of mine for like a good few years. So yeah, just like getting to like sort of go on a journey of like, you know, routines that I've been doing for like the last 10 years and doing them on the biggest like I had to go all WrestleMania on it, the biggest stage of them all. But as an old DJ, it is the biggest stage of them all. So yeah, very, very grateful for last year's set.
It was absolutely phenomenal to like look at the footage. Like you started off in a vest and all this sort of stuff, and by the end, shirtless, sweaty mess. I was like, that boy enjoyed himself.
Oh, I did. Story about that fit. So like I got this like I love my fishnet, right? And it was like this fishnet kind of piece from Killstar, and I got this belt that I bought at Hot Topic in Vegas the first time I went for when we were young. And like so like normal studded belt is like those kinds of studs, like the flat studs.
Yeah.
Like this one had like the raised almost like bullet looking kind of studs. And I'd never worn that with a fishnet top. So I started the set and I was like, every time I put the microphone to my mouth, I forget that this belt is like quite like protruding and the top would keep getting caught on my arm. So every time I put it up, like a stud would get caught in it and I have to like pop it out. And by the end, like 10 minutes into the set, like this fishnet top is already like falling apart on my arms. And I was like, I think I'm gonna have to like fuck Hulk Hogan, but I think I'm gonna have to Hulk out of this. And like, I was like, well, what tune am I going to do it to? And I was like, Ace of Spades is coming up pretty fucking soon. So like, as soon as Ace of Spades kicks in, like I just redlined absolutely everything for Lemmy and then just started taking chunks of fishnet off.
Oh. Well, before we move on, we mentioned wrestling a few times. Did I see you DJ'd like a wrestling club night?
You did, yeah.
Wrestle rave.
And if you're watching, can you fucking get back to me, please? Because Jesus Christ, man. Like we did this night at the Electric Ballroom in Camden. It was sick. Like it was so much fun. Like they put an actual wrestling ring in the center of the Electric Ballroom for people to go and have photos with during the night. One rule was people weren't allowed to take bumps, and there had to be a security guard next to the ring all night telling people off if they tried to take bumps on it. Like. One guy full on like just got in, just did a flat back bump, and then just got out again. And was like, "That's my night, mate." But I was like, "Yeah." Like again, real last minute. Like I saw the event was getting promoted on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, this is my wheelhouse. Like, get in touch. Like, let's try and do something." At first, they're like, "Oh, we've already got our DJ lineup sorted," and then I think they saw the Cody video at Download, and they were like, "Oh, are you free on that date?" And I was like, "I am." Hence why I asked. And bro, I spent hours putting together that set because what I did was I downloaded like all the wrestlers' intros and then I got the visuals of their Titantrons, and like there's also loads of fan-made Titantrons, the ones that didn't exist on YouTube. Then had to pair those in Premiere Pro with the song in time with the entrance visuals, and like did a video-based DJ set for like the first time in a good few years, and it crushed. It absolutely crushed. And then they're like, "Sick, we're gonna do more of these next year." And I'm like, "Sick." And I've sent the organizer of this event touching like 10 messages now, being like, "Hey man, what are your plans for this year?" And then the last time I reached out to him was because they tagged me in a post on Instagram being like, "We got dates coming next year, announcements are coming soon." And I'm like, someone fucking talk to me. I don't know if I'm free for them because you won't tell me when they're going on.
Oh, I'm definitely going that. Yeah, always has been.
But I mean, like, it's a concept now that you're seeing a lot of copycat nights pop up from like through me doing it. Like, there's been a good few, like obviously, like people see like that kind of concept kicking around. And there's been a couple of brands that are like, "Oh yeah, we're doing a wrestling theme club like that," and I keep saying to them, "It's like, look, man, it's like." You got competition real fucking quick on this idea. Like, if you're not going to act fast, you're going to get overtaken.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. But they won't have Joe.
So if any of the other wrestling themed club nights are listening and you need a DJ, feel free to ask, because I'm a cheap whore. I've got no commitments to anyone.
Comes with his own Big Show cosplay and everything.
I do. Yeah. Oh my god. Like that vest. Legitimately bought that vest off ASOS because I was like, I saw a meme which was like a girl being like, "Oh babe, what do you think of my new swimsuit?" And the guy was like, "Don't say Andre the Giant, don't say Andre the Giant." And I was like, I need to wear this just so I can post that meme side by side with it. And then I put it on and I was like, I actually feel like the Big Show in this.
So John, the reason we're all here is you're releasing your brand new debut single. You got this on February 4th. Where did this whole idea? Is this like the next chapter in the level of Jon Mahon?
That's the plan, bro. It started around about 7 years ago, 2018. I was watching bands, obviously at festival season, that kind of stuff, and like, I just jealousy is kind of the only word. It wasn't as extreme as jealousy, but I felt jealous watching bands on stage performing songs to an audience, and I was like, especially at a festival where it's like 5 stages worth of bands, and people specifically choose to go over at a certain time and spend that chunk of their day watching that artist play those songs because that's how much those songs mean to them. I was like, what the fuck does that feel like? And how do I feel that feeling? As someone who's obsessed with music, I'm a music nerd through and through. I love music. It's my life. And I want to know what that feeling feels like. And I had this horrible phrase I said for years because, when I first started DJing in my 20s, people were like, oh, you look like you're in a band, are you? And I'd be like, no, I'm not good enough to make music, but I am good enough to talk about the people who do. Horrible phrase. I don't know why I said it for so long, but it got in my head that I was never the music making guy. I was the music promoting guy, the talking guy. Yeah. And I was just like, do you know what, man, let's just give it a shot. Because if I get to 40, 50 years old and I've not done it, I'm going to be full of regrets. And I don't want that feeling.
No, so how long have you been working on this then?
So, 2018, I downloaded a workspace called Ableton. Like all the other ones beginning with A popped up. Audition, like Adobe. It's like no, Ableton. So I got Ableton, and like I've been making mashups anyway, and I was quite used to like deconstructing a song and putting it together in a new way, like a jigsaw. And I was like, cool, let's make a song from scratch. And I was literally just using the stock Ableton plugins and just seeing what happened. And I made a song. I was like, cool, I don't hate it. It's not awful. And I was like, but how do I progress it and take it to the next level? And one of my best friends, who's a boy from Birmingham, who I went to secondary school with, called Tom Anderson, he's been in bands. Probably the most notable one for him was a band called Venus de Milo. They were from Liverpool, like great indie band. Yeah. And he's got a studio over in Liverpool, and he was like, yeah, man, I'll give you a hand. Come down, let's see what happens. So me and him jumped into a studio and fully produced that song. Only kicker about that song is, and I'll say it on this podcast, because out of all the ones that I've done today, I feel like this is a conversation I can have with you boys. It's an intense song, that one. It's a song like about a time in my life where I came very, very close to taking my own life. I think it was, it's basically, it's an on the nose story about that, to the point, no mince in my words, very direct and very brutal with the lyrical content. And I played it to people were like, fuck, they're like, we enjoyed the song. But then the one person that I played it to, who's, again, one of my best friends, Laura, who's managed me for years, who I owe so much to, she's like, look, it's a good song, but people associate you with being like the happy, upbeat, fun, positive guy. She's like, if you were to release music for the first time and the first thing that you're dropping is a song about that, people are going to be like, fuck, is everything wrong with Jon? Because it's about something that happened years ago. And it's like, I see where you're going. So she's like, bank it, like, definitely put it out. But she's like, maybe just not the first one. So she's like, just, if you got something that's upbeat, positive, happy, like more who you are, that people are, generally associate with you being you. And I was like, no, that's a very fair and valid point. Like, so you don't want to scare people off straight away being like, here's the intense stuff. Let's jump straight to the trauma. So, basically, me and Tom had, up until that point, we'd done 2 or 3 songs. 2 songs. Yeah, 2 songs. And 3 songs. I tell you, like 3 songs. Neither of those songs really fit the mold for that. And they also were quite like genre bending in terms of like their styles and stuff. Yeah. And I wanted the first impression to kind of tie in with what people would expect from me, which is something rocky first and foremost, because I am the rock music guy. So basically Tom came over to mine, and in this studio, it was like just before Christmas one year, and we got a couple of cold ones in. He brought his laptop over, sat down. First thing that Tom did when he walked into this room was went, oh, the acoustics are really good in here. So like we recorded him clapping a few times, and that clap is actually on the song. So like all the clapping that you hear on that was like literally the first thing that we recorded in the tune. And Tom's amazing, man. He's so fucking talented. And literally, like, there's an electric guitar in that corner that I can't play anywhere near as well as he can. And he picked it up and just started messing around. And out of nowhere, he just went do 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 do. And I was like, "That's a hook." Record that right now. And yeah, we literally like built the entire song around that. And yeah, this very sort of like silly, stupid, like oozing in sickly positivity song came out.
I mean, you're absolutely right with the hook. Like every time I've heard it, for the next 10 minutes, I'm walking around going na na na, na na na. It's such a fucking earworm.
Good.
But no, I said this to you in private. Like I listened to it and I instantly went, "That's a Jon Mahon song," because it's just got
appreciate that, bro.
Dance, rock, catchy verses, sing along. It's you in a song. Like I don't know how else to word it.
I appreciate that, man, because that was the aim with it. I was like, I don't like, because some of the stuff is like, you know, very genre bending. Like no 5 of the songs that we've worked on sound the same. They all sound very, very different. And I was like, I don't want to scare people off right away. So I kind of just want to like set the bar and go, cool, you are going to get some rock in this if you like me for my rock stuff. But there's also going to be a bit of dance production in there as well.
Yeah, I got very, like, I felt a bit 80s in bits. I felt a bit industrial metal in bits. And then I felt clubland in bits. I was going, you're just creating the Mahon genre.
Ooh,
yeah.
Patent pending.
Oh, it's yours, mate. You didn't have it. Copyright Jon Mahon. So, yeah. Like that, I was literally like, it was weird. My brain was going, oh, because you can hear guitar. Then obviously, then I was like, oh, I feel a bit like, I dance a little bit now. And then it was just, I was like, it was wonderful. That's all I can say.
I really appreciate that, bro. Like the kind words that you're extending in my direction mean the fucking world. Because I mean, yeah, like, yeah, anyone who's released music like knows what these feelings are. But before we go into a release, where it is like, you know, you do have those anxieties of like. And like thing is, because I've worked in music for so long, I like, you know, worked in music journalism. I like seeing people criticize music. I know how to criticize music in a way that hopefully doesn't offend the artist. Whereas, you know, that's not as popular amongst other publications and people, especially people on the internet. They will just say whatever comes to their mind and go, cool, send. There's not a person on the other end of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's stuff that I'm well prepared for. Like my whole thing with this project is, even if you hate it and despise it, tell me, please tell me. I want to know. Like, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't come to you for advice. I'm not going to change anything that I'm going to do just to fit what you think. But I want to hear what you think. Like, please tell me, just so I know who to avoid.
But obviously, it's got quite an intense like meaning behind it stuff. How do you feel like putting your vulnerability out there, almost like for the world to hear?
Yeah. So like this one has like a smidge of vulnerability, like in terms of, you know, extending yourself as an artist, because like any artist who puts something out is basically laying himself bare, going, all right, cool, what do you think? Criticize it.
Yeah.
And yeah, with this one, because like the hook in the song is "Don't let the motherfuckers get you down."
Yeah.
Like, I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if someone said something mean about this song. I was like, wah.
You turn into Wario.
Yeah.
Wah.
Oh, that's if trolls start coming out, I was going to put a yellow hat on it and just go wah. That's how I'm going to deal with trolls. Waluigi myself out of this situation. But yeah, like when the real vulnerable stuff is coming, and I think more than anything, I'm more nervous about like my family hearing those songs, because it's about stuff they don't know about yet. So that's where the nerves come in on that front.
Okay. Yeah. I also love that you got it tattooed, because in a way that's also like a big reminder to yourself as well that you've got this. You know?
100%, and it's in my mom's handwriting as well.
I was just about to say, yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah, and I did have to lie to my mom a little bit.
Oh,
in order to get her to do it. So basically, I don't think I've even shown anyone this yet today. It's like, no, I haven't. You boys are getting exclusives out of it right now. So I asked her, I was like, can you do me a favor? Can you write "You got this" on a sheet of paper? But I folded an A4 sheet of paper like widthways like that, So I was like, so it's big enough so that the tattoo artist, even if like, because I wanted it big, I wanted it to be visible, like, because you know when I'm out at festivals and stuff and I get photos of people, I always like point them like that.
Yeah.
So like in the photo, I wanted it to be like readable on my arm, so that when I get photos like that in the future, like it's me basically saying to someone, "Hey, you got this," and they got that, and then it's also signed from my mom as well, which is also cute. But in order to get her to do it, I kind of had to say, "Can you just write on a sheet of paper?" And these, the versions that she wrote on a sheet of paper for me. So, and she actually did it like multiple times, like without even like being asked to. So there's like 4 or 5 like different versions. So yeah, like the where's the heart? Yeah, so it's one of those hearts, like one of the kisses from those. I think that's the this that I used. I put it into Canva and like rearranged it all, but yeah, like she didn't know what it was for, why I asked her to do it, and then she was like, "Is everything okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I'm releasing a song, and I just wanted to use your handwriting as a single artwork for it." And she's like, "Oh, that's awesome." Didn't tell her that I was getting it tattooed, and then a couple of nights ago, I was like sat downstairs with like her and my little sister. I was like, "Do you want to hear the song?" And then they were like, "Yeah, absolutely." So play them the song. I was like, "So do you remember how I said I wanted to use your handwriting for the artwork?" And I was like wearing like an Sky hoodie, and I just pulled the sleeve up, and she's like, and when she's like surprised or angry, or like she wasn't angry about it, but she was like taken aback. She calls me Jonathan, so she went, "Jonathan." Like,
well, can we also say your mum's got lovely handwriting?
Really does.
So this is the thing. My sister took the piss out of her immediately and went, "That is the best your handwriting has ever looked."
Yeah.
First thing my sister said, she's like, "I've never seen a birthday card look this good."
Imagine if I got my dad to do it, but get it. Just might as well just go freehand and just scratch all over my arm. That'd be
just like doctor's prescription handwriting.
Yes. What's the name of your song? I'm not really sure, if I'm honest with
you. Do you speak Braille?
It should have. Are you going to like mash them all up into like for the artwork sort of thing? If you don't mind me asking, of course, like, or use all 5 and mash them in, or use it for like a video, or
just that one, bro. So it's that.
Okay.
So, yeah, that one's going to be. So the photo I posted on Instagram earlier, that's the single artwork that's going to be on Spotify and Apple Music and all the streaming platforms and stuff. So yeah, it's like, I mean, I was like, you only get to release your first song once, so why not get the name of it tattooed? And then I was thinking like trying to pick a font, and all the fonts I was looking at sucked, and I was like, if it looks too serious, then it takes away from the meaning of the song, and it's not very me. And like, people are always really precious about their forearm tattoos, and it's like, I've got to have something like really cool on my forearms, and it's like, I'm not a very serious guy, so it's like, for me, like the coolest thing I could have on my forearm is like my mom's handwriting, like in massive words. So yeah, man.
I wish I could say that. I've got Star Wars and Kevin Smith.
Perfect. The nerdier, the better. That's my thing with forearm tattoos. It's like, show me a sleeve that is niche.
Yeah. But where do you plan to go with this? Like, do you have plans, or are you just going to sort of go with the flow of it?
Good question, bro. So the aim is to put out all 5 songs this year. So I've got 5 songs recorded in the studio with Tom. I'm actually meeting up with him on Monday night. I'm meeting up with Monday night. We're going into the studio on Tuesday, which means if all goes to plan and the song actually like comes out as is intended on Tuesday, it obviously drops at midnight. So me and Tom will be with each other on Monday night when the song comes out. And then, funnily enough, the day the song comes out, we're in the studio working on the next one and like getting that into a finished position. So yeah, like it's quite literally like onto the next one. Like the aim is by the end of this year to have every song that we've recorded, because they're all in a position where they basically just need that producer's touch, mix put on them, and then mastering. But yeah, the bones and the structure of the songs are there. So yeah, if by the end of this calendar year I can have a solid type 5, then let's see if in 2026 I can go out and play some shows.
Oh, I was gonna say you'll be on that Vegas stage before you know it.
I'll intro you.
Yeah, 100%. Like first name on the fucking sheet is like Jamie brackets Bruce Buffer.
Yes. I suppose when you got these songs out, though, but the temptation to be there with doing the Kerrang radio show, you'd be like, oh, look, we have a new single by a new up-and-comer.
Yeah, right. Imagine. Yeah, I the one person I have sent it to from Kerrang is Alex Baker, because obviously he has been responsible for breaking so many bands over the years with his new music show. Alex's opinion is one that I'm really keen to get on it. And I'm not expecting him to play it on the radio. I just more like bro to bro would just love to know his thoughts on it.
With the dance part of the song, like, did you experiment with those different beats and tempos to find the perfect eclectic mix, or was it just a case of let's throw some things on top and see what happens?
Bro, you know me. Throw it at the wall and see what stinks. I always knew this. So like we chose this BPM of the song is 130, and that's a dance BPM. People who don't know, so like vast majority of EDM songs sit between 128 and 130. House is a little bit slower; it's like 120. But like for your big main room EDM, like your Swedish House Mafias and like Levels by Avicii and all like Language, Paul Robinson, all those tunes sit at like 128 to 130. So that was the BPM that I wanted, because I wanted to have that EDM dance feel to it, like 4 to the floor kick drum just going in your fucking face. And then with the Sims, it was just quite literally there's a program called Serum, which if you're a dance music producer you probably know Serum, and I was just scanning through the presets on there and I was like, cool, what sounds the most ravey? And it was just a case of no okay.
I love it. I would say I've just realised the time that has gone so damn fast. But it's quarter past.
No, it's not.
It's gone really fast. But we can't get out of it before we talk about the fact, like, I think it's even next weekend, you go on tour with Bowling for Soup, Wheatus and Magnolia Park, which is fucking incredible.
Gorgeous.
See you in Wolverhampton, sir. But how did this even come across? How did this happen?
So, again, one of my closest friends, Matt Stocks, who has been a mentor to me over the years. So when Kerrang was based in Birmingham, my first job was producing Loz on his evening show. Loz got moved to the breakfast show, and I was worried that I might basically be out of a job, even though I was working for fucking free. And I was looking, and Stocks had just been given responsibility of the 7 till 10 show. It's called In Demand. It was like the evening show that did like all the new music and stuff. And I was like, hey man, do you need a producer? Because like I can't let this shit go, man. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. So then I went on to producing him on that show, and that was revolutionary. Like some of the my first foray into live radio came like helping Stocks out on those shows. He'd throw to me every now and then, and I get to speak live on the radio, and like it was an absolute trip. And Stocks has always been Bowling for Soup's go-to DJ for their tours, and he just couldn't make it on this run. He's in the process of doing a master's, because he's going down the education route, which so much credit to him. He's also been sober for a massive stint of time. Like, couldn't be more prouder of him.
Fair play.
Yeah, absolutely
huge.
Like one of those for Stocks, and he basically said to Soups that I can't do it on this run, but Stocks is the one who put me forward and said I can't do it, but I know someone who can. And I got the message off Jarrett being like, hey man, like, are you up for it? And couldn't have said yes quick enough.
I suppose it helps you had that rapport with Jarrett, because you've had him on the Jon Mahon show like twice. So
yeah, for sure, man.
That's so cool. Before we do let you get out of here, what is going on with the Jon Mahon show? It's also been a little while since you've posted a new episode of that. So.
Yeah. So funny enough, me and Ollie were drunkenly hanging out on Friday night after Neck Deep in the Wonder Years in Birmingham, and it was a proper emotional beer chat of being like, man, I miss you. I miss doing the show. And like basically like doing it live was a trip, but it was the wrong move. So the plan is to bring it back as a pre-recorded entity and like recaps that magic that we had, because we had so many fun moments on camera together. And it's basically long and short of it. It's coming back. I imagine it'll probably be once the Soup tour's wrapped. We're gonna start trying to find some weekends, record some shit, and bring back the JMS.
Yeah,
incredible.
Lizzie, the boys are back in town, motherfuckers.
Oh, we do love Mr. Root. What a gentleman. But last thing from me before I throw over to my beautiful co-host there. The Royal Rumble is tomorrow night. Who you got winning the Rumble matches?
Oh, this has been the hardest Rumble to predict
Right.
for years. I can't remember the last, so I'm a betting guy. I do like a bet from time to time. And I was looking at the odds, and the two most favoured are Punk and Cena on the bookies, which is interesting because neither of those guys need to win the Royal Rumble in order to headline WrestleMania. For Cena's story, it doesn't make sense. Like, I would much rather they do the Shawn Michaels story as to how he wanted to take on Undertaker.
Yes.
And like I want that moment where you think Cena's gonna make it to like the final four and like a proper heel chucks him over the top. That's Cena's heel program sorted for like a couple of months because then he's got a feud there. But I really would like Cena to take Flair's record. I think it's about time we moved on from Flair as like the most tenured world champion in WWE. No one deserves it more than Cena, so I really hope he gets that moment. I'd love to see him get the belt at Mania as well, but he doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble to go into that program, which then goes on to Punk. And again, Punk doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble, but it needs to be a poster star. That's my thing. And I think considering we're into the Netflix generation where there's a lot of hype around WWE, rightly so. It's the biggest wrestling product. It's the biggest wrestling has ever been, and that product is flying the flag for it. I'd go for Seth Rollins personally, because if you're a casual fan who used to watch in the Attitude Era or even later, you know CM Punk, you know John Cena, like you know those names. But Seth Rollins is a very new name. Has Seth ever won the Royal Rumble?
No.
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, so I personally, I would like to see Seth get it because I think he needs to be reinserted into that main event picture. So yeah, what about you boys? Who you got?
It's a tough one, like you say. I think those three are you most likely, but deep down, I want Sammy to win it because I want Sammy Gunther too. Like, give me that in the main event of night one. I'll be a happy bunny.
That's a fantasy booking,
Yeah,
mega shout.
That's what I want. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's what I want.
What about you, Tom?
I haven't watched WWE since July of last year, so I have no idea.
Damn, you haven't seen any of the Netflix stuff?
Nope. I watch nothing. I watch AEW still, but I don't watch WWE at all. I got really bored of it, so I just stopped.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got to Clash at the Castle and just went, can't be asked. Just can't be asked. So I stopped.
That's fair enough, bro. But I mean, like, to play devil's advocate here, like, WWE is the best it's ever been right now. Like,
of course it is. Ever since I stopped, of course it fucking is.
It is firing on all cylinders. Like, everything's on Netflix now. Like, from the new era. So if I was you, start for the first episode of Raw on Netflix. Do Raw and SmackDown, like alternate between the two, just so everything makes sense. But yeah, go Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown. I think we've got like 3 or 4 episodes of both now on Netflix. Like Penta in WWE, off to a great start as well. Like it makes me happy to be a wrestling fan again. Like, because it was such a dirty word to say. Like, there wasn't a bigger turnoff to women for such a long time than a man saying he likes pro wrestling. And it's like, you know that clip of that Geordie girl where it's like, what's your biggest thing? It's like, people are like wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
People like wrestling? Yeah.
But that with the Christian Cajun when Adam Copeland debuted, like, go fuck yourself was that's the best thing in the world. Oh, John, before I let you go, I have 2 questions left. What are you hoping people take away from the brand new single?
Good question, bro. Fundamentally with this song, the message of this song is don't let the motherfuckers bring you down. And it's whether that's other people's opinions or whether sometimes you're the motherfucker who's bringing you down. Because I've been the motherfucker bringing me down for a very, very long time, and on more occasions than I'm proud of. And sometimes you have to, stand up to yourself and be like, shut the fuck up. Who do you think you're talking to? And yeah, the fundamental side of that song is like, just embrace being you, whoever you is, just embrace that side. Be silly, be stupid, have fun. Like, don't take life too seriously, because in the end, none of us make it out alive. Which is, I think it's like that. I think that's a Robin Williams quote. I've got a mashup that I play from time to time of actually, in fact, I've redone the mashup. So it's Afterglow by Wilkinson with Jimmy Eat World's The Middle over the top of it. And like there's this Robin Williams quote, which is like him basically giving like this big, I can't even remember what film it's from, this big motivational speech. And like right at the end is like, because in the end, none of us have very long. Life is fleeting. And it's true. Like none of us have very long. Life is fleeting. Just don't worry. Just don't worry. Just like find the shit that makes you happy and makes you feel like you, and just focus on that.
Oh, love that. Beautiful. It is gorgeous. And I am going to end on this, and I am pretty livid about it. The Super Bowl. I couldn't give a fuck this year. Who have you got?
Fair. Chiefs. Chiefs,
yeah,
man. It was
boring.
It was always the Chiefs. It was always the Chiefs. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs, and that three-peat has been coming since the season fucking started. And like, it hasn't been the prettiest season for the Chiefs. Games, some of those games have been tedious. I've sat through every single primetime game this season. I think the only entertaining primetime game that the Chiefs really had was the one against the Bills, where the Bills beat him, and Josh Allen.
Yeah, what a game.
Yeah, I think he went for 2 tuds. But I mean, I've got a lot of friends who are into NFL who are saying they don't give a shit about this year's Super Bowl, and I'm too much of a fanboy of the NFL to not care. And for me, there's a story in the because I wasn't watching the NFL when the Patriots dynasty was a thing. So I wasn't used to the whole one team dominating thing. Whereas like this has been my first kind of like taste of that. My first year watching the NFL was the Rams-Bengals Super Bowl. So
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, that's how late I got into it, bro. So
damn.
Yeah.
That's like 4 years ago.
Yeah, man. That was my first Super Bowl. So yeah, and then actually no, it was Bucks Chiefs before then? Or after them?
That was Brady Bucks.
Yeah.
Was that before? I think that was before. Then they didn't get back the year after.
Yeah. So So that was my first year, Brady Bucks. Yeah. But like I say, first year, like I only really got into it towards the tail end of the season. So my first proper season following the NFL was Rams and Bengals. But yeah, like I'm stoked that the Eagles got there. Don't get me wrong, I'd have preferred the Lions. Lions did fall apart. In
that game with the Commanders was unreal.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything like it.
It was brutal to watch. Like from someone who wanted to see the Lions win that so badly, it was a brutal watch. But like they've announced the Super Bowl logo for next year, and it's all blue, baby. And if you're into those logo conspiracy theories, that screams Bills Lions.
Yeah.
And give me that, man. Yeah, give me Jared Goff versus Josh Allen.
That'd be gorgeous.
As in regards to this year's Super Bowl, my main prediction is Saquon's going to break the Super Bowl rushing record, whatever that is. He's going to break it. Chiefs are going to three-peat, and Travis Kelce is going to propose to Taylor Swift after the game and retire. Yeah. I think this is Travis's last season, hands down. He's missed not having his brother in the league. They just want to be podcasters. He's married to a billionaire, or he would be married to a billionaire. Yeah. Like she could write the rest of the albums for the rest of her life based off being proposed to at the fucking Super Bowl. So yeah, those are my 3 predictions. 3-peat from the Chiefs. Saquon break the rushing record. Kelce retires and proposes to Taylor Swift after the game. I wonder what the parlay.
That's what I was about to say.
Oh, and Kendrick is going to open up his set with Not Like Us, and like just get straight off the bat call Drake a paedophile. Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
That's so good.
Oh, Mr. Mahon, you beautiful man. We're going to let you go because you've got another interview to get to. But quickly before you do, plug social medias. Where can people find you in the world?
Fuck me, first and foremost. Please follow these boys. I cannot express how much I love these boys. The Chronicles of is a podcast that will brighten your darkest of days. So subscribe, follow them, like, engage, talk to them as well. Drop comments. They're 2 of the funniest motherfuckers in the content creation game in the UK. So please show this pod a lot of love, because honestly, it deserves to be one of the biggest that we have representing the scene. So please, for the love of God, support the Chronicles of. That's the important plug. The other plug is my song comes out on the 4th of February. And if you got time to listen to it, I'll be very grateful. And even if you hate it, come tell me that you hate it. I'm a big boy. I can handle constructive criticism. As long as it's constructive, though. Like, if you're just going to go, oh, it's shit, it's not constructive criticism. Like, if you're going to criticize, like, in the words of Backstreet Boys, tell me why.
Please give Jon's song all the love. Go listen to it. February 4th. It's out at midnight. Go and give it everything. He deserves the world as well, because this man is a fucking wonderful human. And the JMS is coming back soon as well.
Yeah, it is, baby. Don't call it a comeback.
Oh, Jon, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it.
I love you, man. It's been bro-motional. Until the next one.
Your pronouns. I'm partial to Big Dog.
If we get locked into that, we'll be here for another 20
minutes. Jon, thank you so much for playing. All the best for the single. Seriously, I can't wait to see the Instagram comments I saw earlier. People were fucking so excited, so I can't wait to see what they say.
Yeah,
and
imagine they hear it and they're like, "Fuck, this is shit."
It won't happen. It won't happen at all. Hopefully, you all enjoyed the Jon Mahon part 2 interview. I'm not going to do a Jamie and put my fingers together and go 2 like that.
Why you got to call me out like that? It's fun.
Always got to call you out, mate. You know how this works now. Do you know that I am the alpha of the Whisperers and you are the beta? No, I'm joking.
Cheers, mate.
I'm joking. At least you're just second in command.
Out of 2.
Yeah. Well, out of 3.
Oh.
But we don't ever challenge Callum to anything because he would just murder us with a flick.
Exactly.
So this really made me laugh. And if this is true, I really hope this is true. So, Crazy Ass Sports.
Yes.
Okay. Tom has gone and found not 1 Crazy Ass Sport, but he's gone and found 2, Jamie.
2.
I thought, because it's Jon Mahon 2, let's bring 2 nuts sports. So, if this was a UFC rule, I would watch it. In FAME, right, a Polish MMA organization, if a fighter misses weight, they are then required to still face their opponent and their opponent's father. What the fuck? Like, why? Oh, you are punished. You have not got feather. You are too fat for featherweight. You must now fight the person you're fighting and their father.
That's fucking brilliant.
Like,
imagine if Dad is like 80-year-old man on a Zimmer frame. Oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, but they get to use it.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
They probably fall at the same time, but still they get to use it. Yeah, that'd be absolutely unbelievable. I'd love it if they try and go for the dad, but the son's like, no, come on, put him up, and then they're starting to beat the shit, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dad comes with a fucking right hook and just knocks him clean out.
I was going to say, this is where you find out the dad is like a way better fighter than the kid anyway. It just destroys them.
That'd be amazing. Do you know what I absolutely love as well? I love the videos where it's like, in that UFC or whatever, they're being absolutely cocky little pricks. And they're being like, and they're doing this dancing and flipping and kicking and spinning and stuff like that. And then the fight starts and they just run up and get kneed straight in the jaw. And it's like, good night. Cheers then. Thanks for coming. What a moment. What a moment. And you're just like, all is right in the world.
They are beautiful moments. There's nothing better than seeing a cocky little bastard get their comeuppance in the world.
Yeah, especially when they do it in the weigh-ins. They do it for all the pre-fight stuff. They're just being pricks the entire time.
Yeah.
As soon as that fight starts, knocked them clean up straight away.
This one, did you go in there and be really shy and really humble? You're like, oh, you're all right.
I think there was a reality TV show where you could become a UFC fighter, and there was a guy I can't remember. There's a guy. He looked like your typical nerd. He had glasses, like kept doing this, like with tape in the middle, and like was shirt and tie, and everyone was like, "Oh, like what the look at this! Like this guy's weedy. He's gonna be fun. He's gonna be great." And then as soon as he took his stuff off, you're like, "Fuck!" Like it's like ripped, and then would beat the shit out of everyone. It was great.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love moments like that. You're like, yeah, go on, whatever your name is. I've forgotten. So good. But so with this Polish MMA thing, it led me down a bit of a rabbit hole, and I was like, I wonder if there are any. It always seems to be UFC related or MMA related.
Yeah.
So in Asia,
oh god,
I don't exactly know where, but somewhere in Asia, right, there's been a new combat sport introduced, and I'm kind of like, I wouldn't mind having a go.
Okay.
I don't know why. A big square shape, right? So it's 4 metal bars in a shape of a square. Okay? You hang on to the bars, okay? And it gets raised into the air. You've got mats below you, of course. Yeah. So bars in a square shape, it's raised so you're hanging on it. And the whole concept of this sport is you have to beat the living fuck out of your opponents, might I add, with your feet and legs.
That sounds really fun.
You're not allowed to fall off the bars.
That sounds like 1, really fun. 2, something you don't get.
You got to kick the shit out of people, and they got to fall off the bars. So people were like climbing on top and like kicking people in the head. And I was like, oh, it's metal.
Ow.
Wrapping their legs around their neck, like trying to it was, and then people like obviously just doing like double drop kicks and shit with that, but while still hanging on. It was absolutely mental. Last one hanging wins.
That's genius. I really want to watch this.
There was a clip, I think it's a clip somewhere, but it's fucking brutal, man. The thing that kick, it's like full on kick each in the face and everything. It was just nut. But it's like 4 or 5 people at once, so it's just legs everywhere.
You can see him just like shimmying around the bars. The other person like, no, get away, get away, get away.
Yeah, like legs akimbo. Well, you can't go anywhere because if there's people on it, you're fucked. You can't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like when there's 2 left, they're just constantly chasing each other and it's
flailing, just fucking flailing, man. It gives the whole new concept of the legs akimbo, doesn't it? That's what they should call it.
I was going to say, do you know what it's called? But we're naming it legs akimbo regardless.
Well, we are now. Yeah. We are now. But I was watching going, fuck me. Can you imagine just getting beaten the shit out of on like leg? It's like Rush Hour 1, when they go to the top of the restaurant and Chris Tucker's like having a go, and then all of a sudden his leg just kicks him straight in the face out of nowhere, and he goes, all right, which one of y'all kick me?
Which one of y'all kick me? Me.
Like, it's literally like that moment, but it's consistently.
Just the idea of someone running across the bar and booting people in the head. One, that's impressive balance.
Not running. They're not. But it's very, very small. They're not running. They climb up on top and then just kick someone straight in the face. Mental, dude. Ooh. Absolutely mental. So
I have no idea what I'm going to have to type into Google to try and find this so I can get a clip for this show.
I should have just tagged it, shouldn't I?
My Google search history is going to be really fucking weird when I come to doing this editing.
Before we get Callum back in after being away last week, I was on YouTube on Sunday just playing some tunes while Kelly was here, and she was playing like Creeper, Lord of the Lost, like she loves that sort of stuff. And I went back. I think I looked for Taproot. I looked for something from the 2000s. Anyway. I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
Okay. There is a version by the Slash Street Boys called I'll Kill You That Way, which consists of Leatherface, Jason X, Michael Myers, Ghostface, and Freddy. It's amazing.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
I'll set you on fire.
I'll set you on fire. It's so good. It's so good.
That's brilliant.
It is. It's amazing, and they all sing their own parts and everything, and it's just sensational.
I can't imagine Leatherface singing. That I need to check out.
Yeah, with his massive fuck off chainsaw. Yeah, it's just superb, Joe. It just came from my recommended, and I was like, "We're putting this on."
That's phenomenal. I love me a good parody song, so that's just great.
Yeah, I just found that to be absolutely unbelievable.
That's fucking brilliant.
I'll kill you that way. You must die. And like, it's just good. It's just so good. It's time for Callum's Treat Tunes.
Hello, this week's Treat Tunes come from the set of my own podcast, That Gym Couple Podcast, that I host with my partner Lucy, where we discuss all things gyms, fitness, gym anxiety, and a bunch of other stuff in between. If you do have the opportunity to come and check us out at That Gym Couple Podcast on Spotify and YouTube, we'd very much appreciate it.
The Treat Shirt is back once again, like the Renegade Master.
Every time you say once again, that song immediately pops into my head.
Back once again for the Renegade Master. People faster, punish the people back once again for the Renegade Master. I put the ill behavior back once again. Why do you love that sort of shit? Crazy, isn't it?
No.
With the ill behavior, with the ill behavior, with the ill behavior, with the ill.
Now you think about it, the amount of 90s dance song that just used to repeat the same couple of words over and over again.
Well, funnily enough, so do you remember months ago, or last year, I ripped on the whole Arnold Schwarzenegger videos on TikTok when I'm singing stuff?
Yes.
Okay, I actually really enjoyed one yesterday.
Of course you did.
I really, really enjoyed him doing Alice DJ Better Off Alone. Do you think you're better off alone? So good. And he's just going, in the whole...
Okay, that sounds fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's so good. I could do Arnie, but not singing.
No.
Get to the chopper. Right. Do you think you're... I can't, because it sounded Belgian all of a sudden. Yeah.
I was going to say, did go a bit Belgian then.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Anyway, I think Callum's here, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Jamie, what is Callum treating us this week?
You can increase the popularity of your first name just by breaking up with a singer like Taylor Swift.
You know, I have one of the most common names in the history of life.
It's a good point, actually. You can't get more popular than Tom.
Stevens. Yeah, like, I thought the most boring, plainest name ever. I'd love people like Tchaikovsky, Stefania, or something, something really exciting and exotic.
Or it just sounds like you've just coughed, and that's your name. Excuse me, what's your name? Okay.
Tomafenia Stefanio. That's a little more exciting. I just saw my phone on the floor. Bear with me a moment. I need this for notes. But yeah, do you know something a bit more zhuzh, a bit more pizzazz?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Someone asked me the other day if there's any songs with my name in, and I could only think of one, and it's about a girl. So I'm like, my name ain't popular amongst the boys, so it's fine.
For some reason, I was going, Westwood's got something to do with a girl. And then I realised that your surname's just related to somebody like said, underage girls.
Yeah, apparently so. The fact I used to tell people he was my uncle is a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Just no. I do believe, though, I do truly fucking believe that your surname, whoever has the same surname as you, you're related somewhere in the tree. I believe it spans off. Well, it has to be, surely.
Yeah. I think the only one is Smith, but that can't be because isn't it like lots of different types of Smiths, like blacksmiths and all that stuff? That's where the name comes from.
Really?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. But
you're more educated than I, so.
No, I won't fucking say that. But yeah, you don't ever hear Westwood very often, apart from creepy Uncle Tim.
No, well, exactly. Well, we don't hear about him anymore. So.
Well, no, thank fuck.
Didn't he do the UK Pimp My Ride?
He did indeed.
Oh God!
I'm just glad I don't need to put up with people shouting Westwood at me anymore, because that used to get quite tedious.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
I
was just going to say, like how Americans and British like to take the shows off each other, like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and The Traitors and that sort of thing. Have you seen how the Americans have taken Deal or No Deal?
What? No.
To the fucking beach.
What? How'd you do Deal or No Deal at the beach?
I don't know. When they have to do loads of tasks and stuff, it's really fucking
tasks?
Weird. Yeah, I don't know. America clearly looked at Deal or No Deal and went, "Looks boring. Let's put them on a beach." That's what this show needs. More beach.
Deal or no deal?
doesn't. You just need. To be fair,
We buried the boxes. We buried the boxes. Fucking hell! The boxes are in the. It's like fucking I don't know, hide and seek with boxes, and they're everywhere. Like in Funhouse, you have to go and find all the tags.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's probably like that.
That'd be quite fun.
I've never watched. Can I look at American TV shows sometimes and go, nope. Why have you overcomplicated opening a box? There's no need for it.
It's a fucking car boot sale TV show. Like,
oh yeah, there were no car boots there.
It's a good point. They probably don't do car boot sales in America. They do like yard sales, things like that, don't they?
Yeah, trunk sales.
Trunk sales. That doesn't quite have the same ring to it, really.
No, not very many elephants.
Probably not. And plus, I doubt America has their own version of David Dickinson because he's ours and he's one of a kind.
I wonder if he's secretly like an alien in a skin suit or something. With all those giblets hanging in. I mean, how he chats. I've met him.
Have you?
I met David Dickinson. I was 15, in Edinburgh.
That's amazing. What?
And I was with Jeff, former guest of the show, Jeff Nicholson. I was with Jeff, and he spelled his name completely wrong, and it was hilarious. He literally was like, "How do you spell your name?" And he's like Geoffrey, and he's like, "Okay, Geoffrui. That's an interesting way of spelling it." And Jeff's like, "Yeah, my parents are weird." But fuck me, his bouncer is huge.
I love the idea of being David Dickinson's bouncer. That's amazing.
The guy was massive. He's like, "What?" And he went, "No, let the fans through." We're like, creepy. With his fucking giblets hanging there. Yeah, it's odd. Anyway, we're talking about names.
Yeah, this episode's now called David Dickinson's Giblets. Anyway.
Edition. Yeah, I love that. I just put Dickinson's Giblets. I wouldn't put David in front of it. Hopefully I'll get people being like, what? But it's so true. I mean, it's quite hard to date Taylor Swift, seeing that she's dating Travis Kelce. He's blatantly going to propose at the Super Bowl this Sunday, as you heard in the interview earlier. And it's, I mean, unless you date a famous singer, you're pretty much fucked, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Because I don't think there's many original names left these days anyway. So.
Also, can we just applaud Rory for being number one in the Apple iTunes chart? Like,
yes,
just absolutely unbelievable. And I love how she was like, "I'll run through a city naked in my underwear if it gets number one." Obviously going, because it's not going to happen. And then had to run through Bristol today in her underwear.
Fair play, she actually did it.
Yeah, Rory. I mean, if you haven't got the album out, why? Yeah. It's fucking, she is unbelievable. Come on, 2000 Trees. Let's get. Yes. I'm so excited. So excited.
Yes. Oh, she was good. I saw her at Slam Dunk last year. She was absolutely fucking great.
Yeah, I bet I've never seen her, so I'd like to. That's one for the list. Although Kelly was like, "Bit depressing for me." But no, she's fucking wonderful. Anyway. What is Callum? What else is Callum treating us this week?
Slinky toys work exactly the opposite way a spring would, despite having the same shape.
Yeah, so true. Imagine trying to throw a Slinky dog down a fucking staircase. Ow, 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 ow. That's how he was abused by Andy, but he never saw it on the TV.
Fucked him down the stairs.
Yeah. And Rex and everybody, they couldn't say anything because they were toys, but now they go like, "Slinky, no."
God, they all blame Sid for abusing toys. Oh yeah, Andy probably definitely caused some fucking damage.
Have you seen that thing where it's like the hook thing in Sid's room, and it's obviously a hooker because the legs and everything. It's like, how did I miss as a child? I don't know, because you're a fucking innocent child. Exactly. And so that's why you missed it, and that's why now as an adult everyone's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe it!" Like, okay,
yeah. There's a lot of adult jokes hidden in kids' films. You notice it more as you grow up.
Yeah, exactly. In Pixar, yeah, it's just like Simpsons. I used to love as a child. Now I'm older. I'm like, I totally get this even more now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to love Family Guy and the Simpsons stuff when I was a kid, and then watching back now, I'm like, wow, this was not appropriate for me at my age. Just watching this,
but it's so subtle. That's what's so good about it. That's what's so good about it. But it's amazing, isn't it? How back in the day we were so obsessed with Slinkies and Springs, and you
still love them.
And now it's Snapchat and Instagram and porn.
Like, still kids.
Kids now.
To be fair, my kids still fucking love Slinkies. Like Olivia's got like 2. Like kids still love them. I don't know what it is. Something about a spring going down the stairs. Kids just fucking love.
I know. I always Ventura.
Yes.
Everybody loves a Slinky. Go, Slinky.
Slinky, go.
He was right there. Can I try one more time?
Can I do it one more time?
Please forgive me, sir, but
Mr. Ventura. Peanut? Yes, I have one right here.
Okay, we can't start quoting Ace Ventura. We'll be here the whole episode.
Oh. And now, a yak. 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 Yak.
There's son of the wing. Something.
Oh, so good. So sorry. But yeah, I imagine that just like when nobody was looking, Andy would throw Slinky down the stairs.
Oh yeah, 100%. But he has really blown my mind because he's right. They're both the same shape and twist and everything, but one bounces and one just goes down a flight of stairs. Unless one's wound tighter, maybe. I don't know.
I have absolutely no idea.
I can't. I'm not clever. I don't know.
I find it mesmerizing how Slinkies move.
I mean,
you know, like perfect. Like it's just like.
I always find with Slinkies, they go like a couple of steps and they're like, yes, this is going, and then it just decides to just fail and just fall sideways. And like, why? Why'd you taunt me thinking we were going to get all the way down to the bottom?
Or stop.
Or just stop. Yeah, bastard thing.
That's the most unbrummy thing I've ever heard you say. Bastard thing.
Unbrummy thing I've ever said.
Yeah, not splendid at all. I tell you, not spiffing in any way, shape, or form. Bastard. I all of a sudden forgot where I'm from. Oh, pip, jolly good. Cost about 2pence a 3pence, I believe. In my day, oh dear, Johnny, not good at all. No.
That's twice you've done this to me. Once when I said one, and then I've said bastard.
You did it again, bastard.
I don't know why. I just think bastard sounds better than bastard. I don't know. I think it sounds better. It's a great.
Right, Jamie, stood at the bar. Bastard. Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, and finally, what is the treating us this week?
Someone at some point in history stretched some animal skin over a wooden bowl and hit it with sticks and thought it sounded good.
He's not wrong, but that's really fucking weird to think of.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people
excess bit of deer ass left. What should we do with it?
A lot of people seem to be wearing animals. Can we play them though? Do you think this mutton will stretch the entire way? Let's use a mammoth, shall we? Let's see if we can stretch it over and play it like a drum kit. Yes, that'd be wonderful. Weird.
It is really weird.
You do wonder how sometimes people come up with shit.
Were they stretching it for something else and they hit it and went, oh shit, that makes a good noise, doesn't it?
Possibly.
That's a sick beat, Mr. Ugg Ugg. I don't know. I'll just keep going.
Sick beat, Mr. Ugg Ugg.
Yeah, that was my caveman impression.
I mean, I imagine more of a caveman impression would be as I imagine that would go.
Yeah, I don't come with subtitles. I had to put English on it.
Oh, is that what it is?
I should come with subtitles probably, but I don't.
Unless you say bastard. I also realised, we talked about names earlier, Treacher, I've never heard.
That's a good point, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's an absolute rarity.
Ooh.
I don't know. Anyway, that's probably what we should have gone with originally, but, you know, we're 3 Treachers in now. It's gone. The moment it's gone. Now we're talking about stretching animal carcasses over fucking as far as we can to play them for some weird-ass reason.
I love the various topics we get into on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great.
I wonder when they developed. It's like people go, "Oh, I'd love to invent something." It's like there's probably so much you can fucking do. Like there's probably so, but the human mind doesn't go or stretch that far. You know what I mean?
Or you get inspired by something else that's already been invented, so it's not really an original idea anymore anyway. So there's no point.
No.
I'm just too lazy.
I'll tell you, Callum, thank you so much.
Oh, beautiful, man.
For coming back into our lives and gracing us with your sexy little presence. It's graciously appreciated. Jamie, reboots. We know how we feel about reboots, right?
Yeah.
Have you now heard the latest one?
No.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer is coming back.
What? What?
with Sarah Michelle Gellar as Buffy, obviously.
It's more of a sequel than a reboot.
Directed by Chloe Chow.
I think I've heard that name before.
She's some Marvel stuff, I think. I think she's involved in Marvel somewhere, I think. I just tried to do my research, but it just kept saying Joss Whedon, obviously, who did the original.
Yeah.
But it's Chloe Chow now. And Sarah Michelle Gellar is reprising her role as Buffy, and you're like, can no one let anything die anymore?
Let me guess. Sarah Michelle Gellar's Buffy trains the next
Vampire Slayer.
The next Slayer in the new role, blah, blah, blah. Fucking Buffy the Next Generation. These things are getting really predictable.
Yeah, it's getting a bit... It's almost like there's no more... no one has any more fresh ideas anymore. There's no new stuff anymore. It's just like people go, right, what can we do? Bring Dexter back. I never finished that, by the way. I got to season 4, which apparently is meant to be the best series of the whole lot, and I stopped episode 3. Never went back to it. Yeah, it's hilarious because I'll tell you now. Fuck it. I finished the Orville. It's only taken me 3 years.
Finally,
I finished it on Sunday night. Yeah. That ending was a bit like, yeah,
it wasn't great. The last series wasn't great.
No, there was a couple of really good moments, but I was just a bit. It's almost like McFarlane wanted to bring it a bit more into the now to include everybody else and that sort of thing, which is great and is fantastic, and everybody is always welcome. But it just made a massive emphasis. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
It seemed more like I want to do my own version of Star Trek than actually having a good, funny comedy show like the first 2 seasons.
No, I suppose. And there's no gripping episodes like when the Kalon take over in series 2 when they have to get the shit back. Yeah, that was really good. Anyway, so yeah, Buffy's coming back.
Why?
And it's one of those where you'll love it, mate. You'll watch it, you'll love it. You always do.
I wasn't a big fan of the original series.
Oh, you're not?
I never really watched it. Becky loves it, but I've never really got into it, to be honest.
So no doubt everyone will love it.
Yeah,
and it'll be a thing for a while. I don't know.
I just don't see why. Just come up with a new vampire program. Vampires are always popular. Like, come up with a new one.
We got loads now. We got loads of them. What else is there? Supernatural.
True Blood.
Vampire Diaries. True Blood. What is it? The Originals? Is that another one?
Yeah, I think that's a True Blood spin-off.
Oh, okay.
All these shows get spin-offs now. So, people liked that character. Let's give them their own show.
Yeah, it's just might as well just throw money at them. We sound so old.
We really fucking do. Yeah.
We sound so old. How are you, my friend? Anyway,
I'm good. I'm pretty tired because I only finished work an hour and a half ago. But yeah, other than that.
Oh, late night recording.
Yeah.
It's not the one.
No, it's not the one. Is it?
We're never on our game. Do you know what I mean?
We had 2 weeks where we were good. We got 2 weeks of daytime recordings in, but no, we're
meant to have a 3-peat daytime recording, but I happened to have to go to work yesterday, so which wasn't ideal.
No.
I went in for 5 hours. I was supposed to be in all day, but it was so dead. They sent me home at 2:00, and it got mental busy after I left. So it's great. Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
That's fucking karma.
It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
I like that. That's a good
I loved it. I was so happy. I was like, thank fuck, I missed all that shit.
There's something great though when you get to do overtime and it's dead. Like, there's nothing to do. Like, I'm getting paid extra for this.
No. I wished I was still in bed. Sleeping.
Yeah, well.
And then I wish that I woke up at like 11:00. I've not had a line this week. I'm very tired.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And I've still got 4 days to fucking go.
You don't hope so, because I bet you don't get an early night, do you?
I mean, it's 11:25, and here we are sat.
I mean, other days.
No.
No, there you go.
Because I go to bed early, I'm like just wide awake, and then it gets to midnight. I'm like, I'm sleepy now. But if it's because I've trained myself to fall asleep at midnight. So, I guess I don't know, but I'm sorry to hear that you're tired, mate.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm actually not as tired as I thought, but I'm all right.
Fingers crossed for this new job on Monday.
Yes, I was going to mention that. Yes, job interview on Monday, 9:30. Fingers crossed. I can actually have a normal set work pattern and normal days off. Give me the finger for you work the same hours every day.
Or at 9 till fucking 6.
I suppose mine would be 8.
But I get up at 7:30 and I don't get in till 6:45. Yeah.
It's a bit of a bastard.
So it is a bastard and a half.
But
But
it's
still.
not forever. It's not forever. But yes, other than that, yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I'm shattered.
There it is.
Absolutely shattered. But I'm all right, man. I'm okay. You know, it's just we as the kids say, we move.
Just very slowly.
All right, yeah. Like we're fucking. It's one of those things, right? When I went to do this overtime yesterday, and I was like, you know, when you realise that you're not as young and sprightly as you used to be anymore, it's really weird. I was a bit like, I used to be able to do this, like no problem. Now I really struggle, and I'm like, oh my god.
I was talking to some friends the other day, and like, do you remember the days you could go out, get pissed, and then have like an hour and a half sleep, and then go to work the next day and be absolutely fine? That sounds like my idea of hell, man.
Not even the going out part. No, I just mean generally. Not even the going out. Like I can't do it. People even goes like gigs and stuff. I'm like, I just want to go home. I don't want to do anything anymore. It's weird. It's so odd.
No, I get it. Like before a gig, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. And then towards the end of the night, I'm just like, I really want to go home now. My feet really hurt. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah, it's nuts how you hit that stage in life.
You get home, your ears are ringing because you're too old for the shit now. You got to wait for that to go down before you can go to sleep.
Develop tinnitus. Last week, we should have mentioned there were a lot of new releases last week.
There was
in the music world, yeah. You know, there's a lot. So Days to Waste's first ever debut album came out.
Incredible. Which is absolutely unbelievable if you haven't checked that out.
Bury Tomorrow released Let Go, which I can't stop listening to at all. Electric Callboy released Elevator Operator, which is also, the music video is also unbelievable if you haven't seen that.
Even Olivia loves that song.
Tropic Gold released Holy Horror, and their new EP is out next week, I believe. Rory's released her debut album, Restoration. Fucking unbelievable. The new releases have been disgusting this past few weeks.
Yeah, there's been some great new music, including our guest this week dropping his first ever single.
Exactly.
And which I can't get out of my damn head.
So if you haven't listened to it yet, go and listen to You Got This by Jon Mahon. Yeah. So it's a beaut.
Killswitch Engage. Didn't mention that.
Killswitch Engage, brand new. Oh my god, yeah.
So
and 0936 with Brandon from Atreyu as well released a brand new single. And Grey Days released a brand new single. It's insane at the moment. It's insane the amount of stuff that's coming out.
Have you heard Bring Me the Horizon's cover of Wonderwall yet?
I have not yet. The amount of people that sent it to me, and I was like, I'll wait.
I thought this is going to be a big old bag of shite. There's no way in hell this is good. It's actually quite good. I was quite surprised.
Liam Gallagher loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, apparently so. But now everyone wants to hear Oasis covering Bring Me the Horizon, which I don't.
How amazing would it be, right, for all these people that bought Oasis tickets, right? Do you reckon they've done it? Said, bring me, support them. That would be so good. But I'd love it. Oasis came out, didn't play any fucking Oasis songs, just covered Bring Me the Horizon the entire time. That would
Oasis cover set, just Bring Me the Horizon song.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking great. Can you feel my heart?
It's like I'm sleepwalking. It'd be fantastic.
Oh yeah, you got to put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, and have the microphone really high up.
Piternal.
Sandpit Turtle. That'll be absolutely excellent. That's coming around, isn't it? That's coming around. That goes gigs. Yes. Those shows. Yeah. So
I can't wait to see how much of a disaster they're going to be.
Do you think?
There's no way in hell they survived the whole tour. They fucking hate each other.
Well, there is that. But also, Jamie, last week's guest, Radar Festival, just dropped their brand new announcement.
They did.
Fucking Under Oath are headlining. Like, what? That is insane. Along with former guests As Everything Unfolds.
Yes.
And with former guests Tropic Gold.
Yes.
With Lake Malice. With, I can never say his name, I think it's like Avrilize or something. Yeah, they have a lot of saxophone in their songs. And so many more. Novelists. Like, I was a bit like, fuck, Radar's going to be huge this year.
It's a good year for festivals this year.
The lineups are disgusting.
Yeah.
People are going to be so poor by August.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what's happened this year. It's like every festival just gone, right, it's our fucking year, baby. Let's go. Every lineup has been great.
Yeah, filthy. So filthy. What have you doing myself, my friend?
What have I been doing? Well, I've mostly been Rhiannering. Last week I was on nights, which, as much as I enjoy working nights, I did 5 in a row. By the end of the week, I was like, I am so ready to go back to a normal sleep pattern now. I'm done in. What else did I do? I went to go see the kids on Tuesday because it was Sam's parents' evening. So I went to go to that, which was nice because I haven't been to one of their parents' evenings in a while, which was wonderful to hear about how my boy's getting on, doing very well. And then it was Lena's parents' evening today where I couldn't go, and she's been smashing it as well. So proud dad today. And Olivia got star of the week at school last week. I've been a very proud dad this week. It's been great. On Saturday night, something I haven't done in many years, I actually stayed up to watch wrestling. Me and Becky stayed up and watched the Royal Rumble live because you can now with Netflix. Thank fuck. It's very nice. So that was really good. I'm going to guess you haven't watched it. No. Do you know what happened or anything? So I sure.
No.
I'll just say it was very good. We really enjoyed it. And then Sunday we went to go to the in-laws. That's what we generally do on Sundays, which was nice. And then we did this beautiful interview that everyone has heard. And as you've already said, I've got a job interview on Monday, so I'm going to start preparing for that. But yeah, that's pretty much all my week.
Nice.
What about you?
Why is that like that? Why can't you be normal sometimes, mate? Just you know,
get me right.
Just well, Jamie, bastard. I have been Rhiannering, of course. Wonderfully, obviously, I mentioned the Super Bowl is this Sunday, and I was like, am I going to watch it? I'm probably going to watch it, but mainly for the adverts.
Oh shit!
Because obviously we missed like the Where's Usher from last year, what's his name? Oh my god, his name's got my head. From Click, Chris Walken. Chris Walken found him in a BMW advert.
Yes,
which was absolutely amazing. Haven't you got somewhere to be? Yeah. Yeah, so good, so good.
Don't you got somewhere to be?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That was, but obviously they've teased that the Fantastic Four trailer is going to drop at the Super Bowl, haven't they?
What's the release today?
It was like a full trailer. It's like a teaser trailer. Okay. So the full trailer apparently is coming Super Bowl Sunday, I think. And who knows what else will fall into the hands on Super Bowl Sunday. But as you heard in the interview, Jon has obviously predicted a three-peat for the Kansas City Chiefs and for Travis Kelce to propose to Taylor Swift and retire and go gently into the night.
He's probably right on both of those, to be fair.
I just don't like either team. And it's just like, well, is it going to be boring as fuck? The last Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl was like a huge scoreline, so I don't know. It's like one of those things that's like, I've not had a Lion this weekend. Do I not want to have another Lion this weekend?
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how I feel.
I suppose if it's Sunday night, you could just sleep Monday away if it's your day off.
But I don't want to sleep Monday away.
No, well, at least till like lunchtime, I guess. I don't know.
I don't
know what time the Super Bowl finishes, so
4 in the morning, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's talk about a more important thing that happened this weekend. The Six Nations returned.
Ah, yes.
So the rugby is back. Obviously, France played Wales on Friday night, and was just wonderful to watch Wales get fucking hammered. It was just. I sat there and I chilled and I was just happily watching Wales get fucking destroyed. They lost 44-0, Jamie. They did not score a point at the Stade de France. And I was just like, this is great. What a time to be alive.
Just to think you used to live in that country. Like,
yeah, I did.
That's probably why you're so happy.
I don't anymore. It was great. It was great. It was great. And then on Saturday, not bitter at all, on Saturday, Scotland played Italy. Now, I had to work. They were going to let me watch it in full and then went, "We're a bit busy," and I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it." So my brand new housemate's moved in, Sophie, who happens to be a professional rugby player. So we were like, we'll watch it together. So we watched both games. Scotland were 19-9 up at half time. And I was like, oh, fantastic. Completely forgetting, being a Scotsman, that Scotland are a one-half team. So we had a great first half. Second half starts. Within 5 minutes, it's 19 all. And I was going, what the fuck is going on? We ended up beating Italy, thank fucking Christ. We beat them 31-19. Now, thank God for that, is all I can say. When it started to bring it back, I was like, oh, it'll be fine. Why are they drawing? But we have to face the number 2 team in the world this weekend when we take on the Irish. So let's just keep everything crossed. But Ireland beat England, and again, I was very, very happy about that as well. It was a very nice feeling. So love it. So we go into this weekend with Wales, Italy, Scotland, Ireland, and England, France. Oh, ooh. Filth. Utter filth. So excited. Mate, now, you know how optimistic I can get.
Yes.
Now, I don't think... We're at home, might I add. I would love to go in to Murrayfield on Sunday and beat Ireland. I can't see it happening.
You never know.
But if we do, that Six Nations trophy is looking pretty sexy. So
we're all rooting for Scotland this weekend.
We are all about bar Ireland, yeah. Bar all our Irish friends. We'll just keep everything crossed. Okay.
I love that because I don't give a shit about sports when it comes to these things. I just root for your team, just to root you on. Like I just be your cheerleader for whoever.
And you cheer for the Ireland, please. They're Irish because every time you cheer for a
Good
team,
point.
Yeah.
Good point. Come on, Ireland.
Watch them fucking destroy us now, and I'll be like,
yeah.
Bastard. Bastard. So
sport, my luck changes.
It's on Sunday as well. It's on Sunday at 4:15, I think, or 3:15, 3 o'clock, something like that.
Get decent time of the day to watch.
Yeah, I know. I'm off, so I was like, beautiful. Yes. So I'm either going to be with Kelly and Camberley. I'm either going to be here or I'm going to be in Cheltenham. I haven't quite decided what the weekend's going to bring yet, so we shall see what's going to happen.
Whatever it is, your ass is in front of the TV watching the rugby. Yeah.
Yes. But Sunday, I spent the entire day with Kelly. We chilled out, we relaxed, we did pretty much fuck all. It was pretty lovely, I'm not going to lie. Just watched a lot of TV, chilled out a hell of a lot. I did do a bit of food shopping. That was the only bit of fresh air we got, I think. But it was really, really nice, really chill, like super relaxed. Love that stuff. Love it. But other than that, excuse me, so sorry. Forgive me, I ate real quick before I came on. Excuse me, I do apologise. We've been playing a game called Phasmophobia.
What?
So we sit on Discord and chat to each other, and just got our mates can play as well. And it's a horror game called Phasmophobia, where you are ghost hunters, and basically things have been haunted by a certain ghost, and you have all these items, and you have to work out what ghost it is. Okay. But the ghost will event, so it'll turn lights out, it'll open doors, it'll do shit, and it's fucking horrific. There was a moment, I'm a bit more used to it now, but when I was experiencing my first events, and like the lights would go out, and it like flashed in my face and stuff on my screen, I'm like, fucking hell. Like, there was one earlier, we were in a campsite, and I walked out the tent, and I turned around to take a photo of the, I think it left UV footprints, and it was just stood there in the corner, like staring. And I was like, oh my God. Like, oh. But I've been killed a couple of times. When you get killed, the hands just appear on the screen, like rip you open and stuff like that. Yeah, it's grim.
We know you're not good at horror things, so I'm amazed you can
No,
play this.
I'm amazed I fucking play it.
I'll never forget you telling me about when you played Resident Evil and literally played it like once and couldn't play it anymore.
8, yeah, because it's in first person mode. I can't see the character. I've not gone back to it. I started playing Resident Evil 3 before we came on here, and that started in first person. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is third. Why can I not see Jill? And then like it did like a big cutscene at the start, and then all of a sudden I saw her. I was like, oh, thank God for that. I'll play this. It'll be fine. I'll play it. So, what's more mental though with Resident Evil 3? So, obviously, in the original, you don't see Nemesis for ages.
No.
In the brand new, updated, remastered version, immediately. He bursts through the wall of your apartment. You're like, oh, fantastic! I have no weapons. This is brilliant.
They just fucking run.
Just run away. Yeah. Like, oh, horrendous. Horrendous. I was like, oh, Nemesis is already here. Amazing.
I want to change that. That's very odd.
Apparently, he spawns at any point and can just chase you throughout the game.
Oh, great.
Yeah. What a way to live.
Are we all caught up, my friend?
We are all caught up, yes.
Come on, Braden.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Braden from Say We Can Fly. Just letting you know, got a brand new merch store out there.
Please let me say the link. Let me say the link, please.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes, you can say the link.
Yes,
all right.
Okay.
So the link for the shop.
So the link for the shop is www.saywecanfly.shop.
All right, good job, Seamus. So www.saywecanfly.shop, 10% off if you use the code.
Let me say the code. Let me say the code, please.
Okay, fine. You can say the code. If you use the code.
The code is The Chronicles.
What? No, it's not.
The Chronicles.
No, it's not. It's The Chronicles, Seamus.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The Chronicles at checkout, all right? You get 10% off.
10% off?
Yes, they know, Seamus. Okay?
I'm just trying to help, all right?
Visit www.saywecanfly.shop and use code The Chronicles for 10% off your order. Available at participating Say We Can Fly restaurants and web stores. Some restrictions may apply, but probably not.
Jamie.
Yes.
Jamie.
Yes.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Oh.
And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal. So, Jamie, here comes another edition. Just to throw you off massively, do teeth taste like nothing, or does your mouth just get used to the taste of your teeth?
I don't want to think like that. No. No. Oh, that's a horrible way to think. No, I don't like that.
Oh.
So you got me fucking licking my teeth now, you bastard.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Oh,
What is your attitude error match? Jamie, what day is your birthday?
25th.
Mark Henry.
Ooh.
In July.
Yeah.
In an Iron Man match.
Oh, fuck, I'm dead. I got Mark Henry for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Mark Henry for an hour. Do you know what mine is?
Go on.
I got Hardcore Holly.
Ooh.
In a First Blood match.
You're dead. You're dead.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
That's fucking amazing. You have to send me that so I can put it on the screen and everyone else can work out what theirs is.
Yeah, I'll do it. Demon tries to inhabit my body. Demon, ouch! Me, yeah. Demon, what the hell? Me, I know. Demon, everything. It hurts. What? Why? What's wrong with his shoulder? I don't know, man. Can I offer you a mint?
Point actually, you see these films of like people like invading with people's bodies. They never go like, "Oh shit, this is a bum shoulder, isn't it?" Like,
yeah, what's happening here?
Yeah, just happy and healthy. Bullshit.
Laughing my ass off. Somebody please come and get my dad. Happy Tuesday, Dad. Let's get this bread. I know it's Tuesday, son, but I have no fucking idea what you're talking about when you say let's get this bread. Have you lost your brain in New York City? Next day. Happy Wednesday, my son. Let's get some toast.
He's just trying to get involved. He's trying to be cool and hip. You leave him alone.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. Halle Berry tweeted, "Tell me something I don't know." Man vs. Baby replied, "Once, on a family picnic, I farted really loudly. My little boy laughed so hard, a piece of pork pie flew out of his mouth and hit a duck."
Well, it's definitely something she probably didn't know. So,
well, exactly.
Remake, yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny though. in the break room. Co-worker, so what's for lunch? Me, eating. Food, generally. Co-worker, no, I mean, what are you having? Me, an unwanted conversation.
Oh, you sassy prick.
So good. So how come, Jamie, 8 hours at home takes 20 minutes, but 8 hours at work takes 6 days?
Oh, fucking amen to that. Jesus Christ.
It's just mental, isn't it?
Yeah, it does my head in. My days off fly. And then when I'm at work, I'm like, Jesus Christ, could this time go?
Yeah, you get to the point, it's just like, yeah, you're just like, how is it 3 p.m. already? I've just woken up.
Oh, I hate it. Like, I drop the kid off at school, like, I got 6 hours to myself and get some shit done. Oh, no, time to go pick her up. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
It's, does my head in. So, I was telling my little nephew, before cell phones, we had pagers, and people had to dial a number for us to call back. I explained that sometimes, instead of dialing a phone number, people would send messages like 143, which meant, I love you. He asked if I was born in the Civil War.
I had a pager.
Did you?
Yeah, but I didn't know anyone else had one, so no one ever fucking paged me. It was utterly pointless.
Pagers, man, like weird.
I don't know, but I really wanted one. Mom brought me one. I just don't know to this day why I wanted one.
Yeah. This apparently is the greatest Twitter reply ever to Michael Owen.
Okay.
Michael Owen tweeted, well, I thought Liverpool would have had too much tonight. They didn't do much wrong at all, but credit to Real Madrid is a club that simply wins on a big occasion. Danny replied, if I was a desert island with you and a tin of corned beef, I'd eat you and talk to the corned beef. So good. You. Oh, I'm only 35. I've got my whole life ahead of me. Sports broadcaster. Here comes the oldest player in the league at 32. He's a miracle.
I feel that so much like these days.
Yeah. Oh, yes. on Valentine's Day, next Friday, I'm going to walk up to somebody on a date and be like, oh, so this is why you're not answering.
There's got to be someone out there that does shit like that. There's just
100%. 100%.
100%.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Her. I can't be with a guy who thinks he's Optimus Prime. Me. But I can change Becky. Her. Really? Yeah, into a semi-truck.
I knew it was coming and it was still fucking great.
And finally, this is my favourite entries ever. Watching Jaws and then realising all the characters have jaws. Oh shit, it could be any one of them.
Oh god. It's been a while since I've had a true barrel scraper. Jesus Christ.
With another edition of Tom's Journal.
So fucking
I got you so good. I got you good. You love it though. Look at you laughing. Oh, so good, man.
Oh, it's just that it could be any one of them. Oh, fucking hell, that's so dumb.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com.
Mr. Mr. Stevens.
Disgusted.
It's been in my head all day. I was bringing it to the table.
Let Jamie lick you up and down till you say stop. Let Jamie play with your body, baby. Get you real hot.
That has given so many people nightmares. Oh God, the world's never been drier. Anyway, clap your hands and participate with me. Participate with me.
Let Jamie do all the things you want him to do. 'Cause tonight, everyone, we're gonna participate, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge.
What would be the most horrific yet greatest thing in the world?
Oh, another level.
They were great.
I remember singing that as a fucking kid. Yeah.
It's so rock. Oh, anyway. This week, we said, they say most people should come with a warning. So with that in mind, if you were to come with your own warning label, what would it say? What say you, Mr. Stevens?
Don't feed after midnight.
That's a good one. He's a gremlin.
Or just stay away. Just, I don't know, electric fence.
Stay the fuck away.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
Ginger at large.
That's I feel like if you wrote mine, it'd just be stupid fucking accent.
No, if I wrote yours, it'd just be bastard.
Oh, Jesus. Right, let's get some audience answers. Michaela Spence says, explosive, hazardous to health, toxic material. Interesting.
I wonder what the hazardous material part is, though.
I know, that's what makes me worry. Our friends at Absolute Bedlam Podcast. Caution, contains overthinking. Yeah, that should go on mine. Yeah, that's fine. Our good friend Matty Corn. I'm a metalhead, so it'd probably say, be prepared for loud noises. From the music or from humour? That's the question.
I'm hoping the music, mate. I don't want to know what I want to see, mate. Yeah.
Saskia Turner Edwards will eat all of your chocolate and judge you for films you haven't watched, not the films you have. There. Yeah, that's there. Leah Smith. This could probably be a lot of people's. Do not give caffeine.
Yeah.
Lizzie Edwards, tiny but has anger issues.
Okay.
That's probably for a lot of short people, to be fair. Wesley Pike may contain nuts.
I knew that was going to be there at some point.
Yeah, I was actually surprised I only got that one once. Jude from Acid Age, warning, slippery when wet.
Kelly also wrote that, but she sent it to me personally.
Okay. That makes sense of the side-eye emoji.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly why she put that. She's like, I knew that only you'd get it.
Paulie Dobson may contain small parts.
Love that. Love that. That's amazing.
Adrian Parsons, my father-in-law. I'm a fucking delight. I can assure you, Adrian, you're not. Anyway. Jojo So Crafty, warning, explicit language and don't feed after midnight.
Yeah.
Or help, I need an adult. I like that too. What else we got here? Mark O'Connor. Mine would probably be more likely a disclaimer than a warning. Jamie Martin from Second Cities. Emo bangers only. Yeah, that's fair. That fits very nicely. Callum Treacher. It's just free spicy emojis.
Yeah, I love that.
Perfect.
Love that one, yeah.
I'll give you 3 more. Hannah from Rockfit. Warning, sticky lycra. Our friend Vicious Precious from Pretty Addicted. Blasphemous, sweary, poor, unapologetic, and yet sensitive as fuck.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love that answer, yeah.
That works perfectly. And last but not least, because it's just perfect, and if I don't put this in, everyone's going to be disappointed. Martin Skerritt, warning, will bum Tom Stevens at any given opportunity.
It's not wrong.
No, I know. I feel like every Martin answer is just him bumming you.
It's really hard to sit down. He's in me right now. Not now, mate, not now. I'm trying to record a show right now.
Oh, some fucking great answers this week. I couldn't read them all. I'll be here for bloody ages, but we had some great ones.
Yes,
although I will... Sorry, there is one I did mean to read out, but more of a... Not reading it because it's part of this, but more because I'm really concerned. Beth Adair, warning, will steal your teeth. Why is she trying to steal people's teeth?
She likes collecting teeth.
Why?
She just does. She just likes collecting teeth.
Okay, the less said, the better on this one, I feel.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
She's not odd in any way. She's just fucking lush. She's adorable. She's wonderful and just lovely.
And likes to steal your teeth.
So, and likes to steal your teeth. But thank you to absolutely everyone that participated in Jamie's challenge. We always appreciate it every single week without fail. So thank you to everybody that joins in. But if you enjoy Jamie's participation challenge, Callum's Treachings when he's here, Tom's Journal, the interview with the wonderful, wonderful Jon Mahon this week, and it's getting a bit boring now, isn't it? But you enjoy the other 157 editions of the 157, 156.
No, 157. You're right.
Oh no, I guessed. I just guessed. I don't know. 157 editions of Chronicles of Podcast. You get your podcast from me, Spotify, Google, Apple, all those good places. Wherever you listen to us, wherever you can get podcasts, we'll be there. Don't you worry about that. The most important places to come and find us, though, are on all social medias at TCOPod. That's Facebook, that is Twitter. No, don't go on Twitter. Don't ever go anywhere near Twitter ever again. Come off that Nazi platform. Nobody wants to be anywhere near that shit. Don't go on Twitter. Go on Instagram. Okay? Go on Facebook, go on Insta, go on TikTok, go on Threads, or go on LinkedIn at TCOPod, at the Chronicles of Podcast. Or subscribe to us. Please come and subscribe to us on YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast as well. Hit that bell to get notified when new videos are released, and comment to your heart's content. It'd be absolutely would mean the fucking world to have more subscribers. Thank you to all 507 of you so far. We are it's just honoured to be in the 500 club. It's a lovely, lovely position to be in. That's all social media at TCOPod and on the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Yes, Jamie.
Before we get out of here, I want to say a massive thank you to a few of our friends. Every single piece of music you heard on today's show was brought to you by the wonderful singer-songwriter Matt Roberts. Go check him out, all social medias at Matt Roberts Music. Go follow him on Spotify, wherever you get your music from, and listen to his tunes, as the kids say. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to Mr. Braden Barry and his saywecanfly.shop. Head on over to saywecanfly.shop. See what they like the look of. It could be some signed lyrics, some apparel, some CDs, whatever it may be. Add it to your basket, enter that discount code, The Chronicles, and get yourself 10% off your order. And of course, go support Braden's, all his other inventions. Adventures? No, that's not the right word. What's the word I'm after here? All his others. Ventures. There we go. All his other ventures, whether it be his music with Say We Can Fly, his podcast, Amber Forest Pictures, or his other apparel store, Anxious Ghost. Check them out right now. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, because they're stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere. And I mean everywhere. This is not a UK issue. It's a global issue where people all over the world in the alternative community are being treated differently every single day simply because of the way they look, the music they listen to, whatever it may be. Every single day these days on TikTok, when I'm scrolling through, I'm seeing videos of people saying how they're getting funny looks and comments thrown at them still in 2025 simply because, I don't know, they've got a nose piercing or something stupid like that. It's about time this come to an end because it's absolutely ridiculous. So help us, help them. Head on to SophieLancasterFoundation.com, share that story out of the world and see what you can do to help. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my beautiful co-host right there.
Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. Right back at you. Another wonderful addition in the bag.
Another wonderful addition indeed.
I personally am very, very excited for next week.
I know.
It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
It's a returning guest after 4 years away from our show. As for this week, we're going to see you all next week for the Chronicles of Bury Tomorrow 2.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta. Bye.